Wow. So, just got done watching the Monday night football game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. What a game. You guys will be seeing this Wednesday, but I am filming this currently right now on Monday night, right after the game. I live in Eastern time zone, so it's about 11:30 right now. What a game that was. There was a lot of penalties on the Chiefs. I mean, they just killed themselves. But I do feel like the major play of the game was when that deep bomb to Travis Hunter. I feel like that switched the whole game for the Jaguars in a way where, like, they started to feel the momentum going, and I feel like they took it from there and won the game. That pick six was nuts. I was not expecting that pick six. That was definitely the play of the game. Was that 99-yard pick six by Devin Lloyd. He stepped up within the past few weeks for the Jags defense. He's been major. And just a lot of big plays from him, and especially tonight on that pick six. That was incredible. He ran that 99 yards against receivers who were super fast. Kansas City probably has the fastest receivers, some of the fastest receivers that I personally seen on a football field. And, our Jacksonville defense wasn't near perfect, but they did enough to allow the offense of Jacksonville on that final drive to drive right down the field and score a touchdown. That was a statement win for the Jags. And that was a statement final drive. Kansas City kind of beat themselves, though, with giving the Jags the ball on the 40-yard line. That's a mistake that Kansas City's rarely ever done before. I mean, that's a bad mistake from the Chiefs. And it allowed the Jags to win, and I think Jacksonville is one of the top teams in the NFL, for sure. They're 4-1. They're coming off wins against the Niners and the Chiefs. Two of the top teams in the league right now. And they beat them. So this Jags team is legit. I mean, really, both these teams are legit, and they're definitely going to be in the playoff discussion. And just a very good football game. Momentum was swinging. This was a really good game. But, those couple of big plays, the Hunter catch, the Devin Lloyd pick six, and then obviously the 1-yard touchdown run where Lawrence stumbled and still managed to get in the end zone. Three major plays right there that factored in the Jags winning. That's really why the Jags won there, is those three major plays. So, Kansas City's still a very good team. Even though Kansas City's 2-3, they're a very good football team and definitely are going to be there at the end, like they've been the past 3 years. I don't think they'll make the Super Bowl. I think the Bills are finally going to get through this year. I think the Bills are going to beat them. But I think Kansas City's is still a great team. And I think only a select 4 or 5 teams can beat the Chiefs right now. The Chiefs are just a great team, but Jacksonville, they have been amazing this season. I was not expecting this good of a start for the Jaguars. And, just an overall great win for Jacksonville. So we're going to get into the NFL games. From Sunday, the one Sunday night, it was the Patriots and the Bills. Watched that one all the way through. It was a great game. I think that was Drake May's coming out party on Sunday night primetime on the road in a type of whiteout game that you see Penn State doing in college. And they came out and they won in a hostile environment. And Drake May has impressed me through his first 2 years of his career. He has been really good, surprisingly. I didn't expect Drake May to be, diming up the Bills' defense in year 2 of his career. That was an impressive game from Drake May. As Trevor Lawrence had tonight. Trevor Lawrence had an impressive game, but that was an impressive game for Drake May. Stephon Diggs obviously was the main reason the Patriots won. He had over 150 receiving yards. I mean, it was an incredible return to Buffalo for Stephon Diggs. He had an incredible game. But the Bills are still... I think the Bills are the best team in the league right now. I generally do. I think the Patriots made a statement that they can beat the top teams, but I just think the Bills are still the best team in the NFL right now. My Eagles are up there. I would say we're one of the best teams, but I would say the Bills, Chiefs, Jaguars, and Eagles are like the top 4 teams right now. The Vikings don't look that bad either, but I don't think they're near the top 5. Yeah, it was a great game on Sunday Night Football. Josh Allen did not play that great, surprisingly. I thought Josh Allen would play better than he did. And I think that allowed, Josh Allen not playing his best game, I think that allowed the Patriots to squeak by and get the W. Another game I wanted to talk about from Sunday, the Colts and the Raiders. This was just a blowout. The Colts absolutely blew the Raiders out. The Colts look like one of the top teams in the league as well. They look so good. Daniel Jones has really revived his career in Indianapolis. He's done a great job. I think any criticism on Daniel Jones starting over Anthony Richardson has gone away by now. Daniel Jones has done an incredible job in Indy. He's just been really impressive. And that Raiders defense, they need some fixing. They definitely do need to improve. There's no reason why a professional football team should be giving up 40 points. There's just no reason. There's no excuses for that. Raiders have got a lot to work on at 1-4. Yeah, just an overall great game from the Colts. Really not much else to say. The Colts dominated the Raiders. Next game I'm going to talk about the Denver Broncos taking on the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. Was the undefeated Eagles. I am an Eagles fan, so this hurts to say, but the Eagles have a lot of work to do in the offense. And just the one major miscommunication it has been is A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. They've not been on rhythm. They haven't been on the same timing. They haven't been on the same page really the whole season so far. Just been really bad. Miscommunications. And, that one major play that should have been a touchdown was A.J. Brown was running wide open down the middle of the field. And that was just a simple overthrow from Jalen Hurts. And I want to dive into a little bit of Jalen Hurts. He has not been impressive at all. I thought he would look a lot better than he does this year, but this is not a good sign from Jalen Hurts. He's in his 5th year of his career, I think. He's just not been impressive at all. The only real one season he was really impressive is that MVP runner-up season that he had in 2022. I feel like that was the only season that where you can look at Jalen Hurts and say, well, he's top 10 because of that one season. I feel like that's the only reason why he's considered to be top 10 is because of that one season he had in 2022. And, I mean, why are we still looking at Jalen Hurts as if he's a top 5 quarterback? He's not a top 5 quarterback. I feel like from my point of view, he holds the ball for too long. He doesn't go through his reads very well, in my opinion. And if he doesn't see that first read to A.J. Brown, and he doesn't see it to Devontae Smith, he just panics and gets sacked. So I think Jalen Hurts needs to get a lot better for the Eagles offense to be, running on all machines, kind of like they were last year and then in 2022. Obviously 23, they were good as well, but they weren't nearly as good as they were in 22 and 24. Eagles have got a lot to work to do on offensively, and Bo Nix really impressed me in that fourth quarter. The way he was able to dissect one of the top defensive coordinators' defense, That was incredible in the fourth quarter from Bo Nix. He took over in that fourth quarter. That passing game looked on rhythm. It looked on time. And the Broncos, that's a statement win for them. That's a win where the Broncos can look at and say, we suffered a couple tough losses early in the season, but the Broncos are still a top 10 team in the league. The Broncos played exceptional in that fourth quarter. Their defense is definitely starting to look organized and good. I just think the Broncos played really well in that fourth quarter. The Broncos outright beat the Eagles. The Eagles just weren't good enough offensively to beat the Broncos. And it's really disappointing for the Eagles because they were up 17-3 with 13 minutes left in the game. And they gave up 14 points in 13 minutes. That's not how you want to go out. That is not a good way to go out defensively. And I think the Eagles will win Thursday night. We'll dive into that a little more in a bit. But I just think it's the game's just it's not on rhythm between Brown and Jalen Hurts. I feel like that's it. And the other game I wanted to talk about was the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. This game was really, honestly, it was kind of confusing to me because the Giants looked really good against the Chargers. They looked like a top, 10 team of the league last week against the Chargers. And the Giants just folded. The Giants did not have any rhythm really in the passing game. I feel like this is definitely the first game Dart is going to have to take this as a learning experience. Jackson Dart really cocky hitting into that game. He had a great game against the Chargers. And I feel like Dart's got to learn from this. He's got to grow from this. I feel like Dart's going to be good. It's just going to take some time for him to develop in the Giants game. The bonus that the Giants can take out of this is Scadaboo still. He's averaging 3-4 yards a carry. Scadaboo's a great addition to the passing game and running game as a running back, so that's an addition they can take away, is that Scadaboo looks great. And yeah, it's really the Saints I feel like that one play where they had those couple interceptions, I feel like it changed the game for the Saints. I felt like the Giants were going to win that game until those couple interceptions happened. And the Saints pulled away from there. So, just an overall great game from the Saints to get their first win of the season. And, just a poor game from the Giants, to be honest. Really all it was. And, so that was a few games from Sunday. Thursday night football. It will be the New York Giants, 1-4 Giants, at home taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't expect this game to be really close, to be honest. I think the Eagles are a far superior team than the Giants, or to the Giants. I just feel like the Giants don't have enough yet. They're not good enough yet to be able to beat the Eagles. I feel like Dart's going to have a good game. I feel like the passing game is going to look better than it did against the Saints, but I just don't think the Saints just don't quite have the Giants. The Giants just don't quite have enough to compete against the Eagles right now. Which is why I am taking the Eagles 28-14 against the Giants. I'm taking them 28-14. I think the Eagles win by 2 scores. I think the Eagles finally get the passing game going a little bit. In this game on Thursday night, I think they finally get on rhythm and get on timing. I think that Hearts and Brown connection finally starts to get going Thursday night. It's been long awaited. Through the first 5 weeks, they just haven't connected, and I think it starts to happen Thursday night. So, which is why I'll be taking the Eagles 28-14 on Thursday night. I think it's gonna be a good game for the first half. I think the Giants put up a fight, but I think the Eagles wind up pulling away here in the second half. That'll do it for the Thursday night recap. And yeah, I just feel like the Eagles are really just going to dominate this game. I feel like the Eagles are just dominating the second half. And yeah. And yeah, so obviously we're going to have some great games Sunday. We're going to have some great games Saturday. And obviously the Thursday night game is going to be good for the first half, I think. I just think the Eagles will pull away. And yeah, really the takeaways from Sunday's game. Drake May looked great. Colts looked like one of the top teams in the league. And the Jags are a playoff team. I feel like we could take those things away. And yeah. And we'll get into a little bit more. The last game I wanted to talk about was the Panthers and the Dolphins. This was a back-and-forth game. I don't think both of these teams are really that good. I think they're just average teams, to be honest. Dolphins start out the season 0-3. They get a win against the Jets on Monday Night Football last week, but they're just not good. Not a good team at all. Don't think it really either of these teams are. Bryce Young does look promising, though, which is the one good thing for the Panthers. But other than that, I feel both these teams are just not very good. I feel both these teams, I think, are probably going to miss the playoffs. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on that game. Cowboys-Jets was kind of... I feel like the Cowboys are a good team. I just don't think they're a team that can make a good playoff run. Jets are terrible. The Jets are 0-5 for a reason. They're just awful. The one bright spot really for the Jets has been Justin Fields. He's played exceptional so far this season. But other than that, the Jets have just looked awful. And yeah, there's a reason why they lost to Miami and then got blown up by the Cowboys. Jets are just not good. Cowboys, they're a good team. They're just a good team. I don't feel like they're at the status of a great team yet. I just feel like they're a good team. And Dallas definitely a team that could make a decent run, but I don't think they'll make it past the NFC title game. And yeah, that's my recap of the Sunday night games, the Thursday night preview, and then the recap of Sunday's games. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to the college football games on Saturday, and then the Thursday night football game. Appreciate each and everybody that even views, likes, or comments my videos. I deeply do appreciate it. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will be back Friday. Peace.